Si le ponen la canción, le da una depresión tonta, llorando.
Hey guys, welcome back to another one of my videos. Before we get started, I do want to say thank you guys so much for watching me and supporting me. And if you are new here, definitely like and subscribe. So today I am going to be talking about how I got robbed. Obviously, you guys are here because of the title of the video. So this happened December 14th, which was a Saturday, and me and my husband and my daughter were invited to a birthday party. So we ended up going to this birthday party, and we left our home like around 6, I'm gonna say, and we were at the party for around like 2 or 3 hours. So we ended up getting home like at 8:30, 8:40, I'm gonna say. And my husband was like, oh, you know, it's Saturday, I'm off tomorrow, so let's just stay in the living room and watch TV. And I was like, okay, sounds good. So we ended up staying in the living room and we were watching TV. And he told me, because mind you, we have like security cameras and we have the Ring doorbell, and my neighbors have a dog actually. So it started barking, but it always barks, so it's like, you know. But he was like, hey, check the cameras. So I decided to check the cameras. And usually like when I check the cameras and like I haven't, I hit myself too hard. So usually when I check the cameras and I haven't checked them for a while, like I'll do like a little like a fast pace right here. And I saw like a shadow, like kind of like a, how do I explain this? I saw like something move like this, like if it was a person, but I was like, oh, it was probably my husband or something, like from earlier on. So I was like, no, everything's fine. And there was like an expedition outside, and my neighbors have an expedition as well. And I was like, oh, you know, there's the expedition, but it's probably just the neighbor, I said. And then I ended up like getting out of the camera, and we were just watching the TV. So then like 2 hours later, we decided to go to our room, and we ended up falling asleep. And the next day we were gonna go to Sacramento to get my baby her Christmas presents, and basically get basically go and get her Christmas presents. We were gonna go have a little family day and get the presents for my baby. We didn't get her any presents yet, so we were gonna go that day. And then my husband was like, hey, can I do the yard first? And I was like, yeah, go ahead and do the yard, and I'm gonna get the baby ready and get myself ready. And then he was like, okay. So then he was doing the yard, and he ended up coming to the room, and he was like, hey, there was a rock behind my wheel. Do you think it was there when I got home yesterday, or you think somebody put it or they did something to my car? And I was like, nah, I don't think so. And then he's like, oh, well, that's kind of weird. And I was like, yeah. And he kind of like pushed it, and I was like, well, I mean, we have cameras, and like the car's literally right in front of the camera. And he was like, well, I was like, well, we have cameras, we could just check it. I was like, but I think it was probably just a kid. I hope it was a kid messing around or something. And he was like, yeah, well, let's check the cameras. So we ended up checking the cameras, and I was like, I was kind of scared to check the camera to find out like what happened. And I was like, so we were looking through the video, and then we saw like a part where there's no rock, and then there's a rock. So I was like, so it has to be in between here. And I was like, oh my god, what if it was a ghost? I was like, what if it was a ghost and you just see a rock flying? And then he was like, what do you think? I was like, or what if it was like a homeless or something, you know, like, I don't know. I was just like freaking out. And then we saw the video, and when we saw that, so basically me and my husband were watching the video, and we were just like, holy crap, they took something. And it was just so scary, you guys. Like, you guys see a lot of things that happen. I mean, thankfully they didn't get inside my house or anything, but the fact that they invaded my space is like crazy to me. It's crazy, it's scary, and it was just something, you know, it's something a little, but still it's just like, I mean, they did this, what else could they do? And thankfully we were all together. My husband was here, and nothing happened, like nothing major. They did take like a part from our car, and basically they're super expensive. We ended up calling the dealership to see like how much the part would be, because they don't sell it anywhere else other than the dealership, and it was like 2,200, and that's not with installation fee. So I was like, what in the world? Like $2,200. And it's just crazy because it's December, you know, Christmas. It's Christmas time. I didn't get my baby any gifts. Like, they just ruined our holidays for us. And it's pretty sad. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. But it's pretty sad because, you know, we work so hard, or my husband works so hard for our things that we have, and just for somebody to come and take it away from us, like, it's just unbelievable, honestly. It's just sad. It's sad that people do this stuff, especially like around Christmas. It's like, are you serious? Like, I don't even know. Like, I've been stressing so much about it. Like, I think about it at night. It scares me now. It's pretty scary. Like, I could just imagine, like, imagine they came in my house. That's so terrifying. Like, even just that they were outside of my driveway and they stole something, it's really scary. But I try not to think about it that much anymore, but it's still something that haunts me because it's something super expensive that they took. And unfortunately, we don't have the money right now to say, okay, we're gonna go and get it. You know, it's just $2,200. Like, that's a lot of money. But we're gonna wait and fix it because obviously it's expensive. And they don't sell this part. It's catalytic converter for the car. I don't know if you pronounce it. I don't know if I pronounced it right, but I guess like it's common for people to steal it because they're super expensive and they don't sell it like at any auto part place. So yeah, it's legal basically in California to sell them unless it's from the dealership. And yeah, so we were trying to look for one. They're super expensive, and I'm going to go ahead and insert the clips of the videos when they're doing their thing. It only took them 5 minutes. So if you guys have a Prius, lock your Prius up. I'm serious. Lock your Prius up. I didn't know this was the thing. I guess it happens to a lot of Prius owners. So you guys, this was my story. It's super sad. Like, honestly, you hear things from people like, oh, you know, they stole this from me or this and that. You know, they stole the phone. It's like I had somebody tell me like something that happened to their car. And it's like, oh, damn, that sucks. You know, that sucks. Like, that's all you can say. You don't have, like, that feeling of, like, damn, like, I got robbed. It's just like, damn, you know, that sucks. Because, I mean, it sucks, but it didn't happen to you. So it doesn't hit you as hard, like, as obviously it would hit them. But now that this happened to me, you guys, I feel so sad. Honestly, it made me pretty sad because, you know, like I said a couple times already, that it's Christmas is literally a week away. And it's just the fact that that day we were going to go ahead and go and get my baby girl her gifts. We were also going to go with my family to the snow just to have a little small trip. And unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen anymore because of what happened. And yeah, it's just really sad. I can't believe people do that shit. But I'll go ahead and show you guys the video. So literally it took them about like 5 minutes to do that. So okay, so let me explain this. I know it's a little bit of a long video, but so in the video, because I was like, you know, they probably messed up. I could catch them. I was just like so hopeful that I could catch them. Well, I mean, I did my police report, like I said, you know, they're still investigating and stuff, and I gave them the videos and everything. But basically you see like a car come first, like an hour before, and he pulls up kind of closer to like my neighbor on the right. But you still see him get down, and then like before he came in, you see him flash like the headlights towards our car, and then he ended up just pulling heck close slowly, and then he goes to like park in front of my neighbor's house, and he gets down, and he basically gets down and he gets on a call, and he just hangs up and then goes back in his car. And then like 10 minutes later, we ended up pulling up and we put my car in the garage. And when we pulled up, like 30 minutes later, they came and they did that. So we were basically in the living room when that happened. So this is one of the guys. And there's basically another guy right there, but you'll see the footage, guys. But anyways, so here's the expedition right here. That's all you could see till the end of the video, where you turn around and you see their license plate. But yeah, so basically that's the car, and they're right there stealing my Christmas, my baby's Christmas. Basically right here, there's a car like over here, and he flashes the headlights. Can you guys tell? And he goes hecka slow and parks right there, like halfway my house and halfway my neighbors. Right here, this little thing moving is a spider web, so that's gonna be there in the video. But okay, so right there, he's getting out, and then he gets on the phone and he's making a call, and he's just looking. And basically he was out there for a while, and he was just on the phone, and he ended up getting back in his car. And then literally like a couple minutes later, we ended up pulling up. Okay, and then here is us pulling up. At first I was like, I got these motherfuckers, and then it was me. But yeah, so we ended up coming in here, and then like 30 minutes later, let me just go to the day. So real quick while I'm looking for it. So what happened, okay, we ended up pulling up, and then when we pulled up, they got here like a couple, like 30 or 40 minutes later. And before they pulled up, the other car, the one that was here before and made the call, he ended up turning and leaving, and basically made like the light like he flickered his lights, and then they pulled up. And when they were pulling up, it was basically the other guy was leaving and they were pulling up. So there was basically like a getaway driver, and then there was somebody that put the car up, and then the other one took the part. Okay guys, so here is the video. So let me see. Okay, so the guy had already flickered his lights, and he ended up turning around to leave. And then that's when you see the other car right here pulling up. Right there. So there he goes. He puts a rock. So mind you guys, look, he fucked up my baby's Christmas, and he has Nikes on. And the other guy has Jordans on. So it's like, what the fuck? Are you serious, you low life? But so then he realized we had cameras, and he went like to the back just so we wouldn't see his face. And then you see the other guy coming. And here comes this guy. Look, he's wearing Jordans. Happily taking our Christmas away. There he goes, taking the stuff. So literally it only took them about 5 minutes, guys. And I guess this happens to a lot of people that have obviously Prius, like a Prius. And yeah, so these guys definitely know what they're doing because they come prepared and they just get right to it. And it's just so stressful and sad that they did this shit. But yeah, guys. So I think this guy told him, you know, like they have a camera, and he didn't end up looking, but he had already looked before. And we got his face. But yeah, they ended up just leaving. And then you see like the license plate. So we ended up giving it to the cops. And basically that was the video. But anyways, we ended up giving everything. We made the report with the police. And then it didn't make me feel any better because the police officer was like, oh, do you guys know like how much it's gonna be? And we're like, no, we didn't know yet. And she was like, oh, well, let me break it down to you because this just happened to me and I had to pay $2,300, I think she said. And we were like, what the? Like, it happened to a police officer. Like, we're not safe. But yeah, you guys, I feel a little bit better. I mean, obviously I'm not happy, but I have been like super stressed out these past days because it has just been like killing me. I've been so stressed out because of it. And I know it's not good for me, but it just stresses me out because, like I said, my husband worked so hard for this. And, like, just for somebody to come and, like, literally take it in 5 minutes, it's just sad. But anyways, guys, so that was my story. I can't really say, like, you know, if you enjoyed this because this is not something you enjoy, at least not normal people. Unless you don't like me, then you probably enjoyed this happen to me. But I hope you guys are having a better Christmas. But yeah, it's super annoying that this happened, especially around this time. But yeah, I guess a lot of people do this because people are selling it like on Facebook and like OfferUp or like sites like that. They're selling them for like $1,300. The cheapest one we got, well, we got quoted on was $900, but then we ended up finding out it's illegal to buy them unless they're from the dealer. So yeah. Well, you guys, I will see you guys on my next video, and I hope you guys have a beautiful Christmas. And yeah, I'll see you guys on my next video. Thanks for watching.